Hey guys, in this video we're going to go through the data for new cases, and I'll make the case that the mRNA jab makes you a vaccine junkie dependent on boosters to keep your immune system in the battle against COVID. So right here, these are the 7-day rolling averages of cases per 100k for each population segment. So the population segments are boosted. Okay, so you've had your 2 jabs and your booster. Fully vaccinated, you just had the 2 jabs, and then this one right here, partially vaccinated, that's 1 jab. Completely unvaccinated, you haven't received any jabs, and under 12s. This is the first time that the data has been updated to include the boosted numbers. At first glance, you'll see that boosted individuals are underrepresented in cases and in hospitalizations. So they are 38% of the population, 27% of new cases, and 18% of hospitalizations. So on the surface, this supports the government and the media position that partially vaccinated people will have more protection from COVID with a booster. However, we should not ignore that the unvaccinated are also underrepresented in cases, so 7% of the population, but only 3% of cases, and only marginally overrepresented in hospitalizations at 10% there. But the data on the screen here that I want to draw your attention to is the fully vaccinated numbers. The fully vaccinated are massively overrepresented in new cases at 56%, and even worse in hospitalizations. So if you've received your 2 doses but you haven't been boosted, you are significantly worse off in terms of how easily you are infected and how much more likely you are to end up in hospital compared to, yes, boosters, but also compared to simply having never received a jab at all. The other thing I want to point out is also that if you've received just 1 jab, so you're in the 1% of the population who's just had 1 jab, you've got an even chance of catching it, but you now represent 4% of new hospitalizations. So with 1 jab, you are 4 times as likely to end up in hospital. So the question our leaders and our scientists need to answer is this: why are the double vaccinated and partially vaccinated not at a bare minimum as protected as the unvaccinated? Based on this data, I can only conclude that if you took the jab, your immune system now requires boosters, otherwise it is not as good as it was before you got the jab. So how can you conclude anything other than the vaccine is having a negative effect on your immune system? Now, these are just the statistics for COVID. I'd be really interested to know if those who have been vaccinated, if their immune system is now compromised against other potential infections that this vaccine is not designed to cover. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please share this video. Cheers, guys.